The Sword of Kaigen by M.L Wang. This has been a very, very popular self-published book that I have heard very good things about, and I can say it did live up to the hype. So we are going to talk about what this story is about, what type of readers I think will like it, the kind of structure of it, how grimdark it is, the writing style, and then just how much I liked it. Let's get into it. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is quickly, what is this about? This is about a very traditional village in the world that live on a mountaintop. But it is like, it's a world with some modern technology, but also people who fight Avatar style with like elemental magic. And this is in a village of people who have water magic, and the area is referred to as the Sword of Kaigen. I'd say if you're wondering like what kind of story this is, if you want something that makes you sad, this ruined me at times. If this is some, I would recommend it. So some people like sad books. I like books that kind of ruin me. Like is the wrong term. I like we're going with that. And man, this really did ruin me. A couple times. It really, in terms of emotional, just gut punches. You want something like that, this is absolutely the book for you. One thing this was not for me was like a page turn. This wasn't like a one more chapter book. I still just read it pretty quickly because it was good, but I think I easily could have put this down. And I think one thing that I could see bothering people is the structure of this book. And that is that the falling action, it has a very, very long and character-focused falling action. So, if you're someone who, I could see that boring some people. Now, to me, it did not, because the character interactions and the falling action were all really, really well done. But I think if that's something that might bother you, it's an issue I could see someone having with this book. This is a book that, there's definitely quite a bit of magic in this. Like, this isn't subtle magic, like, where it's mostly grounded and there's just, like, a little bit of magic, like something like A Song of Ice and Fire or First Law. This is like, you know, I mean, there's ice swords and ice magic. Anyway, expect quite a bit of magic. The magic system itself was fine. It's elemental magic. I don't think it was anything particularly excellent, but it was well done, and the combat was well done. It wasn't what made this book for me. The two things that made this book for me, three things, two of them are kind of the same, is the characters and their relationships, especially the mother-son relationship in this book, was just spectacularly well done. And also the like stuff around like propaganda and the themes of propaganda was also really well handled. But really it was the relationships between characters that just carried this book. If you want a relationship, especially family relationship focused book, this is absolutely for you. The two main characters are the secret badass mom. Who doesn't like the mom who's secretly a badass? Can we get more badass moms in fantasy? That's something I want now. Who had a more violent past and kind of, you know, has experience with that, but now because she lives in this very traditional village, she has to kind of just be the housewife, and you have the son of an incredibly powerful line of magic users who has like just expectations that are as high as they can be, and then those are kind of the two main characters. I thought both were very compelling. Character-wise, this was a really fantastic book. So that's kind of, that would be why I love it. So I ended up giving it a 9.2 out of 10. Thought it was just totally fantastic. We're on a streak of really great reads, and considering now I'm rereading Oathbringer, and then we have Fires of Vengeance and Rhythm of War, we've got potential for a real streak here. But I will say also the writing style was quite utilitarian. Once again, more on like the Brandon Sanderson side of the writing styles of the Jim Butcher, where the point is the story it's telling you, not the words themselves. I think it was well done utilitarian prose, but it's not like, and don't expect technically like brilliant writing itself. It's more the storytelling here. It's also structure-wise. Not only did it have a falling action, it also kind of had two climaxes. It has like a plot climax, and a character climax, where it's like there's kind of two stories going on. And I love both of them. In general, this book was just really fantastic. Especially like the middle section was the most fantastic, but great beginning, good beginning, incredible middle, still very good end. I am going to now talk about some spoilers just so I can, relate to the people who this book also just ruined. But if you have not read The Sword of Kaigen, and this sounds like something that would interest you, I think it was very well done, and I would absolutely recommend it. I think the structural issues is something that probably won't bother that many people anyways. So yeah, check it out. I think it was not overhyped to me. It delivered. Everyone's spoilers time. I'm about to go straight into some really major spoilers, so really don't click away. Go if you haven't read it. Which most of the people watching this probably haven't, because even though it has been popular lately, it's not a book a lot of people have read. Anyway, so Mamoru died in the middle. That was not the part that ruined me, but his mom finding his body and like asking him for forgiveness, that part wrecked me. Just that part was really wrecked me. And then I can't pronounce these names. I'm gonna mispronounce so many names here. I'm opening up the glossary on review. We're professional. What's his name? Takuru, the dad. Takayu, no, that's a mountain tip. Whatever, the dad. When I kind of suspected when he was when Mizaki, I'm sorry, if anyone here is like Japanese and watching this, I'm really sorry about my butchering of the pronunciations. I'm terrible at this. I'm sorry. But, when she kind of suspected that the dad, I'm calling him the dad now, you know who I mean, was just like emotionless, I thought, and was going to meditate, I thought that he might be grieving as well and just struggling just as much. And I thought their duel was the more spectacular of the two, just two stories going on, the two third acts. It was the second part that I teared up on there as well. This book just really delivered for me. And then, when I got to the end of, the battle, I was kind of like, oh, there's a lot left. I thought there might be, more conflict with the government. This is, it is a standalone, but it's kind of at the end, the last chapter is basically M.L Wang being like, so there's all this other stuff. Do you want to read that too? But, yeah, that's basically all I got. Didn't exactly talk a lot about spoilers, just kind of, did anyone else get ruined about, Mizaki? I'm pronouncing this terrible. I'm finding the name. I'm gonna mispronounce it anyways. Grieving over the course of Mamoru, because I really did. That wrecked me. So, have you read The Sword of Kaigen? What did you think of it? Let me know down below.